Alright, I'm going to try this again. Little man is being a toot today. Alright, what this is I'm going to show y'all how I cut these things for the rugs. This is a t-shirt that the kids didn't put up and I cleaned. It's kind of a odd little tank. Now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to do this in 3-minute or less snippets for Barely. But then I'm going to put it together for everybody else. So I'll send Barely hers individually. With the link, I think is how that works. I'm not positive. But anyhow, what you're going to do is you're going to cut this to where you get the most use out of it. So I'll be cutting this about here and about here. Now, I can't hold this and work on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it into a couple sections and come back with it. Now, if you look on just on YouTube itself for how to cut plastic bags for, well, what are they calling it? Pleather? I don't know. But anyway, it's plastic plarn. That's what it's called, plarn. It's plastic bags made into yarn. You can see the best cut to use for this. So let me get some done and I'll get it together here. Okay, I've cut off the ends and refolded it so that one of the uncut ends is on this end. And you see I've folded it all up with the exception of this much, which we are not going to cut at this point. Now, unless you're like, I don't know, I guess a perfectionist in cutting, you're going to end up with some odd edges. So I'm going to cut this off, but I'm going to cut it off big enough so that I can use a majority of it for one of my other projects. You know, if I cut off this much, I'm going to get waste, but if I cut off this much, I lose a little bit here on, you know, on this particular project, but I don't waste and I have enough for the next project. And y'all know about this project. So you need to leave approximately an inch. Since I cut big strips, I find I really need to leave an inch. I'll come back when this is cut. Alright, I have it all cut up now with the exception of my 1-inch area here. Strips are, well, these are probably a little over an inch, mainly because I just wanted to be able to show you better. Now see, they're still uncut down here. Now you could do this with either the seamless t-shirts or the regular t-shirts that have a seam in it. It's really not going to make that much difference in your finished product. Okay, let's see if I can do this with one hand. Now what you're going to do is you're going to slip your hand through this section right here, and you got all these little drapies. This is okay. Hold on, bear with me. Okay, I bought a tripod, but Jason got a hold of it. So let me see what I can find. Oh, that was dumb. I don't see anything I can set this on. Alright. Your first cut is going to be... Alright. Now let's see if we can tell you. Let's see if I can show you here. Alright, you've got kind of a wide space here, and it's kind of a pain in the rear end to cut. But your first cut... I'm just going to have to lay this back down here and show you. And then I'll cut it and show you. Alright. Your first cut on this is going to start about midway of this uncut area. And you're going to cut to an angle to where you cut there. You know, to where your cut ends here. Then you're going to move over and your cut from this part right here is going to go to the second. Let's see here. There's the first, which would be cut off. Okay. Hold on.
There you go, Gilbert. On a rainy day that began with nothing to do.
Okay, I hate doing that to y'all, but like I said, I'm going to try to make this a little easier for Barely. Alright, see that one's kind of got an angle cut on it. That's where I cut it across.
He said he wanted to help me with the car.
And the next one, they're all connected. See, in my next cut, that looks kind of awkward, but you won't see that one is finished. So my next cut's going to run from the inside of this one to the inside of this one. It's going to go kind of angled. This is all the same piece right here. See, that was all the same cut, but it's not going to be. It's going to make a strip when you get down here. Alright, I may have to redo this. But like I said, if you look up plastic yarn or recycle plastic bags, you'll be able to see some of these from people who do better photography than I do with their cameras. Alright, that's enough for now. Alright, this is just, this is going to be on the other rugs. Now, and I can explain a couple things on both of them. When you're cutting your t-shirt, most on the crocheted rugs, the most thing that you have to watch is the stretch on it, because the stretch on it can make a short piece a very long piece. But some shirts don't stretch, some it depends on how you cut. Now, for this rug right here, I do various sizes, various lengths, and various widths. This is the part that I cut off when I showed you, you know, that I wanted to cut it a little wider so I didn't get any waste on it. Now this is the shorter, or the narrower part, excuse me, not cooperating. This is the narrower part, and even though it is jagged and the ends don't match, one's thicker than the other or wider than the other, it's not going to matter in the finished rug. And if you don't really like it, I mean, you can toss it, but my thing is to reduce the waste from it. This is the waste that I had, and I might can cut one more piece out of each side of this arm, but this is all the waste that I have in this. That piece probably wouldn't be wasted, except for if I cut it down the way that it stretches. That's part of an armhole that I cut, or part of, I don't know, but it may stretch down to too much, so I'm going to go ahead and toss it rather than save frustration later. So, out of this, I got parts for this rug, and I got this nice little continuous pile. It is continuous, you'll see in parts of the end, of yarn, so to speak. I'll tug it a little bit before I get started, or as I'm working on it, and crochet it in. Oh, somebody wanted to see.
Now for the blanket.
I did the start of it. Okay, can't remember right offhand. I'm not sitting at the computer. This is probably not going to be enough to start one, so I still have to get a couple more before I can get that start video going. Alright, ladies, I hope this helps, but if not, tell me, and I'll do some more, see what I can do. I really need more help because this camera does not zoom in and out when I need it to. It'll zoom out, but it doesn't go back far enough, and if I go back far enough, then can't really see what I'm working on. Kind of looks like something for Jolly Green Giant right now. Alright, ladies, I'll see what I can do. Just ask me if it's not showing real good, and I will try to do it better. I may have to draw out some of this, because this, I don't know. We'll see. Boy, I sound like an idiot. Alright, bye, ladies, gentlemen. I don't know if there's any guys watching this or not. Bye.